Hey friends, it's Saturday. You know it's time for my favorite live of the week, the Saturday Psychic Sampler, where you ask specific questions and I give you specific answers. I'm Christiana Gaudet. I am your Tarot Fairy Godmother, and I'm so happy to see you all here today. Of course, a special shout out to the members and the moderators, and a big thank you to Mixuear for a generous super chat. It means so much to me when I come here and I see y'all have already gathered. You're talking to each other. You're throwing money at me. You know I love that. And get your questions up so we can do some readings. So we're going to waste no time. Let's hop right over to Card Cam, where predictable, wiser tarot. They say the psychic business is unpredictable, but it is predictable that for the Saturday Psychic Sampler, there's a darn good chance I'm going to be using this deck. Topeka, no, get that question in. Go ahead. All right. This is interesting. Jeannie Mnuchin, good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. We appreciate you. So the Lava Center wrote, our reading committee's recommendation for a July spot specifically was for the opportunity to work with a director. So it looks like I need to find one for now. If I go back to their list, I could ask Tracy if she could direct. She would be better for you than what you were working with. Oh, I haven't gone over to Card Cam yet. I thought I did, but I didn't. Here we are. Sorry. It takes two buttons. In my defense, it takes two buttons to go to Card Cam. And so sometimes when I hit the first button, I'm like, oh, all done, I'm good. But no, I'm not. It takes two buttons. So I apologize. Here we are. Anyway, I do think that Tracy could be better. Outside their group, here are people I thought of who might be outside eyes on my work. So we've got Kat, no. Ashley, could. Brianna, maybe. So in that order, start with Tracy if that doesn't work. Ashley or Brianna. That's the way you want to go. Good luck. All right, Julie, looking for advice from Lord Hanuman. All right, well, we'll see. Let's see what we got. There are some things that you're thinking about that are making you sad. But what you're thinking about and the way you're thinking it may not be the way it really is. So you may be sad about something because you're misperceiving it. Mixuear, Michelle, so good to see you. Thanks for being here. And once again, thank you for the super sticker. I appreciate it. And you are here. You didn't leave the house. I'm glad you're here, but you should leave the house after, right? Maybe. Would upping my depression anxiety meds be helpful right now? Or will this episode I'm going through clear on its own? Obviously, I'll talk to my doctor. Thank you. But what does Spirit want me to know? Is it time for more meds? I think you definitely want to address the fact that you are in an episode. You know, that needs to be addressed. Does that mean you want to increase your medication? You can talk to the doctor about it. It might even be another drug added for just a short period of time, something like that. Are there other ways to handle it? I mean, definitely talk to the doctor. If there is something that can be done with medication, I think it's a great idea. Sometimes better living through chemistry is just better living. And there it is. All right. Jennifer, good to see you. What should I do about my improvement in academics? So I'm thinking, like, the way that's worded, it's sounding like you already have improvement in academics, but that's a problem. But I don't think that's what you meant. I think you literally meant, what should you do about improving your academics? So that's the question I'm going to answer. And the answer is, you don't always believe in yourself or your ability to do it. And so if you think you can't do it, then you don't even try. So you have to believe in your ability to do it. That's the important thing. All right. Preetha, thanks for being here. Your mom's health is bad now. Will she recover? And obviously, I believe that as long as there's life, there's hope. Certainly. And I'm not going to sit here and tell you, I'm not going to do that reading as fully as you might think you want me to, because you don't want me to. So when I look at your mom, the thing is, I feel like she's not getting what she needs. I don't know if she's not taking care of herself as she needs, or if she doesn't have the right doctors, but I think there's more that she needs. So if you're in a position to help her get what she needs, that would be good. No problem, Mixure. Thank you so much. Thanks for being here, Michelle. Appreciate you. This is something I have some knowledge of. Trey Cameron, so good to see you. Christian nationalism is something I've been reading about recently. Good. Apparently, there's some very wealthy conservatives that want to instate a theocratic Christian government in the U.S. Yeah, that's been true for a long time. And I can tell you, like back in the 70s, when I was going to a fundamentalist Christian high school, and it was not the hateful people that you see now, or it didn't feel that way at the time. They were like happy, hippie Jesus freaks. But they did tell us that they had a long-term goal to infiltrate the government to make the United States a Christian nation. Even then, they had that goal. At the time, I'm a teenager. I don't recognize just how dangerous that is. But afterwards, I sure did recognize it. And yeah, they've been working on that for a long time. Okay, second part. Scary question, but will they be successful? On some level, they already are. They already are. I think you're asking the wrong questions here. It seems to me like the more radical they get, the more people turn away from Christianity, evidenced by their numbers being in free fall, which is interesting, but the people in power. So, religion of all kinds is sort of dying in a lot of ways. And what's hard is like mainstream Christianity, which has traditionally been loving and helpful in certain ways, is doing less well than the crazy evangelicals are doing in terms of their numbers. So the whole thing is weird and hard, but I will do the reading. Do I see, it's already happening, you're not going to tell me it's not when the rights of women have just been stripped away so terribly. So do I see a full theocratic takeover? Trey Cameron, how terrifying, right? Yeah, no, if you're not terrified, you're not paying attention. That's the bottom line. Will they achieve a full takeover? It's possible. Look at these cards. Maybe yes, maybe no. It's possible. But if they do it, they won't do it because people support them. They'll do it because the majority of Americans do not vote. The majority of Americans do not vote. We have always been a flawed democracy for numerous reasons, but that's a big one. Voter apathy. And then you add to that voter suppression and gerrymandering and all of that, and we got a real problem. So yeah, it could go either way, for sure. For sure. Trey, it's definitely happening. I think more I'm wondering is how bad it's going to get. That depends on us, and that depends on us in the next election cycle. This election cycle, I fully believe, will either be the last election cycle or will at least stave it off for a while. But yeah, for sure. Trey Cameron, that's scary. Yeah, it is scary. You should be scared. Everybody should be really afraid, and everybody should be voting. That's the thing. If you care about this, vote. Mix you preach. Yeah, seriously. And the idea of leaving the United States, there's a lot of people that are like, well, I'll just leave the U.S. And whenever someone says that to me, I'm like, first of all, shut up with your damn privilege. And secondly, where do you think you're going to go that it's better? This is happening worldwide, man. It's happening. Stay here and fight. Okay. Here we go. And thank you for that very interesting question, Trey. All right, here we go. A penny for your thoughts. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. Thanks for being a moderator. I'm in Europe, so not morning any longer, okay? 1/3 into cleaning my couch. I now remember why I don't do it more often. I was in an accident over 2 years ago. I've gone from bed to wheelchair to crutches. Oh my goodness, that's a lot. Will a new operation help me walk again? I'm wanting to buy a farm, but I'm pretty useless right now. Well, I don't think you're useless, but I can understand that farming might be difficult. My vision is to let people have their tiny houses there and to have an animal shelter for the unwanted ones. Yeah, no, I love this. I love this. Okay. Okay, here we go. So, A, do we think that an operation would help you walk? I think it's possible. I think it's possible. I do. I do think it's possible, and I think it's worth looking into. I don't want to give you false hope, but I think it's worth looking into. Now, must you be able to walk in order to fulfill this vision? I'm going to argue it sure would be easier, but you could probably do it on crutches if you had to. You just have to get a lot of people to do the physical labor, and you'd have to do the intellectual labor. You could do it either way, though. So, A, I like this vision. I like this vision for you, and I think you can do it. I don't think you absolutely need to be walking better to do this, but I do think the surgery could help, so talk to your doctor. Good luck. All right. Hey, Melissa. Good to see you. Thanks for doing here. Mix you here. Love you too. Take care. Take care. Right, Jeannie, exactly. Leaving the U.S.? Yeah, no, it's not easy. And that's why, shut up with your privilege. Because the only people who can do that are people who have extreme privilege. So, yeah, no, it's not easy. Absolutely. Okay, go get some coffee and air. Mix you here. All right. So here we go, Melissa. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. Thanks for using members-only emojis. Less dramatic question this week. How will the visit with P go? I have been on pins and needles about this. Oh my gosh, I am so excited, and I'll look forward to a recap with you after. But here it is. So he arrives on Friday. A penny for your thoughts. Yeah, I bet. I can't even imagine. I bet. Okay, so P arrives this Friday, Melissa. And he is definitely coming with a real romantic intention. I think it's going to be interesting. I think it's going to be a little confusing. The advice to you is to be a little careful. Be a little careful. I think he's coming with sort of a full intention, and that's great. But be careful about what you commit and what he seems to be committing to. Enjoy the moment, enjoy the journey, enjoy the exploration. There is potential here. Let's see what happens. I don't think anything bad's going to happen. But I think he may give some mixed messages, and or he may be very on board to make this work without giving it the proper time. So you have to pace it. You have to be the person who paces it. You have to be the gatekeeper. Good luck. Now, this is an interesting one. It's a second question, not about you. And I will do this. It's about Boeing. Boeing used to be a name said with pride, right? Lately, as we have all seen in the news, they're overrun with problems. And problems that are not only putting people's lives in danger, but also negatively impacting people's jobs. One of the strongest industries in the U.S., etc. My take is that the company has shifted from being run by engineers, where quality and precision matter, to being run by finance folks. And that is true. That is absolutely true. Where the shareholders' pockets are of the utmost concern. And I just saw your feedback, Melissa, from the reading about peace. So good, you're pumping the brakes. Got it. This has led to issue shortcuts and the results of which we're all witnessing. My question is, what do you make of this situation and the future of this company? I do some work in this industry, and it is scary to see the demise of such a huge firm and the hundreds of companies who sell to them. Yeah, I mean, there's a trickle down on that is significant. What do they call it? A domino effect. So what do we think is going to happen with Boeing? I think it's bad. And the thing is, it is like we can see it in Boeing, but it's happening, I think, almost across the board when it comes to how we run business now, where we are so much more concerned about profits than we are about what we're actually doing and producing. So I think there will be further tragedies and further problems, and then campaigns to try to make it look better. But what we're seeing is something toxic that is not just with Boeing. And I think it's going to take a lot for this to change. Because as long as people are making money, they don't care if people die. It is not until people dying takes money out of their pockets that they will care. So there it is. And y'all are hearing me be it. I didn't come in here. I'm not feeling particularly cynical today. But y'all are asking these questions about the state of the world. And it ain't pretty, my friends. It ain't pretty. According to what I'm seeing in the cards. So we'll see. All right. Okay, Wendy Robinson, good to see you. Taking a trip next week to see my cousin and bring her back to live with me. Is this a good decision? Well, I think it's a decision you wish you didn't have to make. Like if there weren't a need, you'd be happier, but there is a need, and this is how you're solving this need. And I think it's a reasonable way to solve the need. How is it going to work out? I think here's going to be my piece of advice. I think you're doing the right thing, but what you may discover is a person that you are seeing as, having had a lot of difficult things happen, which, okay, facts, that's true. But I think you're not necessarily seeing the ways in which this person might contribute to their own demise. And when you're up close and personal with this in your own home, you're going to see it. And so there's going to have to be this can't be a no backsies situation. Once you catch your cousin, there has to be a way, if your cousin's behaviors in your home become untenable, there has to be a way to reverse this. And so I would just think, first of all, about being really clear about the expectations and the boundaries. Do not just assume that this person will know what you need from a roommate. Be very, very clear and in writing about the expectations for, this is what I'm going to do. This is what you're going to do. This is how we help each other. This is how we live together. Do not assume anything. Have clarity around that. And then have a way to undo it if it doesn't work. If you can do those things, then I'm very comfortable in saying that I think this is the right thing to do. And on some level, the only smart next step that you could possibly take. So good luck. All right. And Lumen, hey Lumen, I haven't seen you in a long time. It's good to see you. Great question. Melissa was just wondering this week, right? Right? Yeah, seriously. Okay. Claire C., so good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. Should I look for a better pulmonologist? Yes. Yes, you should. And you'll have a hard time finding one, but when you do, you'll be glad you did. So look and keep looking until you find someone you like. Christine Hallowell, good to see you. Thanks for being here. My question is, which day will be better for belt testing in martial arts for me and my son this week? Tuesday or Wednesday? Jonathan's doing much better. Good, good, good. Back to school on Monday. I'm glad. Okay. So which is better? Tuesday or Wednesday. They're both okay, but Wednesday's best. Do it on Wednesday if you can. All right, Gemini Sun. Excuse me. All right, allergies, sorry. Gemini Sun, thanks for being a moderator. We appreciate you. Our lease is up in a month, and we are deciding what area to move to. Should we move north, south, east, or west? Potentially a little bit north. A little bit north. Santiago, good to see you. Thanks for being here. What can I expect in the near future between, I don't know how to pronounce this person's name, but this person and you romantically? Is it worth the effort to connect with him? I think it's worth a conversation, but I don't really honestly see it going the way you want. I don't think this is going to go. I'm afraid. So it's not worth a lot of effort. Little effort, always worth. A lot of effort, in this case, not worth it. Smile Soul 20, good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. Next question I see is Cassandra Revelta. Good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. I'm teaching kindergarten again next school year. Bless you. And bringing my daughter in with me to join the pre-K 3-year-old class. She'll be 2.5. How is that looking for her and us? So her being 2.5 in the 3-year-old room is a little bit of a compromise, but it's going to be fine. That's fine. She's going to be fine. It's fine. How are you going to be teaching kindergarten? Fine. Fine. You can do that with your eyes closed. You're actually good at it. And how will it be with the two of you kind of going to the building together? Awesome. Awesome. I love it. I think this is a good plan. I feel good about it. It's one of the perks of being a teacher and a parent. I feel good about it. Nalini Kalu, good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. Thanks for being here today. Will I get a good position if I apply for a job transfer, and will I be happy? Okay. Okay, Nalini. Will I get a good person if I apply for a job transfer, and a good position if I apply for a job transfer, and will I be happy? You know, the thing is, I think you would be happy with a change. You would be happy with motion. You may not like the job position, and you may not be happy with where you land, but you would like change. So does that mean you should apply for a transfer? It's not my favorite thing. I mean, I think you would enjoy the change, but I'm not thrilled with it in the way I'm seeing it today. I feel like you want to feel a little more directed. Joyous Ocean, good to see you. Thanks for being here, Dion. Thanks for being a member. Thanks for using members-only emojis. You're teaching yoga. Cool. As I strengthen my boundaries and edit my life, I love that. How can the universe help me clear people out or have them remove themselves if they're not for my highest good? My friend, I think it's already happening. I think it's part of the process. You just have to let it. Don't stand in the way because it's uncomfortable when it happens, even though we know it's necessary. Don't stand in the way. Just let it happen. Rose, good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. I'm moving and would like to be in my new home ASAP. What time frame do you see me moving out of this house and into a new one? Oh, I skipped Diana. Yes, I did. I skipped you, Diana, and I skipped Ali Mammon. I will, I'm going to finish up Rose. Rose, you're so kind. You're a fierce speaker of truth, Boeing and our personal readings. Yeah, I try to be. Recognizing that truth can be really subjective, but, you know, it is what it is. And then, excuse me, Diane, I'll come right back to you and Ali Mammon. I apologize. So, Rose, is it possible? Like, I don't know. Like, how soon is this actually going to happen? Like, I'm sure that it will be done by September. Like, by the end of September, I think it will be done. But could it be sooner than that? I'm not sure. but definitely by the end of September. Now, Diana, I'm so sorry. Thanks for being a member. Thanks for being here. What does person A think of me right now? And thank you so much for saying this. This could be negative, so that's okay. Thank you so much for that. The what do these people think of me readings can be hard because sometimes it comes up negatively and you don't really want to do that because you don't want to put words in people's mouth and, it's hard. So thank you for giving me permission there, Diana. I really appreciate it. It takes a reader to know, right? So here we go, Diana. What does person A think of you right now? Actually, person A thinks positively. It's not negative. It's not negative. Person A thinks positively and in a friendly way towards you right now. Surprise, surprise. What do you think of that? Ali Mammon, thanks for being here. How can the universe help me awaken and align myself to my fullest potential to achieve my goals? You have to be balanced in the way that you do it. You cannot just be a powerhouse in that way. You also have to be balanced with self-care and all the other things you need in life. And you have to be willing to be different from the other children, right? You have to be willing to not worry about the judgment of others while you're doing what you need to do. Oh, interesting. Diana, yeah. So you have to think about that. It's your sister. You're in North Carolina with, yeah. I think she really cares about you. Now, will she treat you well? That might be a whole other question. Remember that a person can think very well of us and still not do well by us, if you can see what I'm saying. And I'm not saying that's the case. I'm just saying, I know there's some family issues, so I'm just speaking to that. All right. Yeah, Rose, I would absolutely do that. That's appropriate. Yeah. Oh, you're no contact. So you're not in North Carolina with her. You're at no contact with her. Well, I would say if you're no contact for a reason. And it doesn't matter how she feels about you. That's what I would say, because that's not, her feelings are not the reason that you're no contact. That's what I would say. All right. Anna Kay, good to see you. You are up next. Good to see you. What should we do about my son's school? Stay where we are, go back to New York, or move to Miami? All right, let's see. Stay where you are. Go to New York. Go to Miami. Miami is actually more interesting than I thought it would have been. There's a part of me that likes Miami here best. Miami is top choice. And at this point, staying where you are might be second choice. Going back to New York might be third choice. At a different time, that might change, but that's how it's showing up right now. Lisa E., good to see you. Thanks for being here. Big week at work for me coming up. Any advice? Okay. Yeah, it's going to be busy, but I guess you knew that. And it's going to be fine. There's nothing here you can't do or can't handle. It's going to go by quickly. Yeah, don't even worry about it. It's big, but it's fine. This is fine. You've got this. Nothing to worry about. Just do it. It's good. Okay. Okay, Country Love Homestead, good to see you. I'd love to ask, how did MJ feel about my messages this morning? My guess is, I don't know, how did you want them to feel? If you were looking to get them to do something or to have a particular behavior, I don't think that worked. I don't think it's negative. It feels very neutral. It feels very neutral. It feels like it was received on a very neutral level. Oh, and Anna, if you move. Oh, Anne, thank you so much for the super sticker. Really appreciate that. Thank you, Anne. And Anna K wants to know, well, if you do move, would it be for 1 year or 2? Hard to say. Maybe it's a year and a half. Hard to say. Barbie Bird, good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. We appreciate you. Next question is Deepika. My ex is seeing someone now and telling me about her, almost like flaunting it. Why are you talking to this person? Which is kind of hurtful. So I was wondering if she is really that amazing. Of course not. No one is. But my question is, why are you talking to this person? You know, I mean, if the two of you were really friends, then this person would not be saying these things. These things are made to hurt you. Why are you allowing it? Stop talking to this person, in my opinion. No, this person, I mean, the new person, Deepika, my question is purely out of curiosity, so you can tell me however it is. No, this new person is not any more better or amazing than any other person, but your ex is a dick. Why talk to a dick? Just saying. Okay. Joanne Ellis, good to see you. Thanks for being here. My dad is going in on Monday for an operation on his heart. I'm so sorry. I would like to ask, how will it all go? I mean, I think it's very necessary. I think this operation is necessary, and if he doesn't have it, there will be a problem. I think it's a hard operation. I think it will go as well as it can. I think this is good. I think it's the right thing. It's tough, but I think it's good. Deepika, this happened last week, and I did stop talking. Yay! That was the right thing to do. Very good, very good, very good. Justine M., thanks for being here. Thanks for becoming a member. We appreciate you. All right, next up is Barbie Bird. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. I have a few thoughts swirling around, but nothing in particular. What advice does Spirit and the cards have for me right now? Well, there it is. Exactly what you said. Like, this is where, like, tarot tells us what's true. Barbie says, I have a few thoughts swirling around. And look, we have the 7 of Cups, which is what? A few thoughts swirling around. So the universe wants you to know that this space that you're in, where you're just like, am I doing this? Am I doing that? What's going to happen? What could happen? Anything could happen. That's an okay space to be in. And as long as you are being proactive towards your goals, this is going to land you very quickly in a new place that's going to be good for you. All right. Oh my gosh, Anna Kay. And I think I know you. You are who I think you are, right? Right? Your son has been pushing for Miami out of nowhere. I know, because that is an out of nowhere conversation. But yeah, there it is. All right. Vaishali, good to see you. Adrija Roy, so good to see you. Thanks for being here. Adrija, do you think one of my friends is jealous of my love life? I think it's quite possible, yes. 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 Yeah, I think that is possible. But if you have a love life that's worth being jealous of, that's a good thing. Vaishali, thanks for being here. I've been working on myself to be confident, consistent, forgiving, compassionate, and understanding. Yeah, we all need to be those things. Good job. But there is something I need to do is self-love. I don't know how or what to do for loving myself. I want to know how to love myself and not to be proud about it or have any kind of pride. Right. So here's the thing. I understand where you're going here. You don't want to become braggadocious. You don't want to become egotistical, but you do want to have self-love. And so, like, think about it. Like, when we love another person, We're well aware of their flaws. And I think we don't necessarily love them in spite of their flaws. We find their flaws endearing, right? Oh, they're just like that, right? We just love them that way. And I think that's what we have to do in self-love, is we have to recognize our flaws are endearing. But let's see what the cards say. Anna Kay, yes, you know me very well. So good to see you. Thank you for being here, Anna. I really appreciate you in so many ways. And I love it when people I know sort of pop up here. I'm like, oh, I think I know who you are. Good. All right. So, Vaishali, what you need to know particularly about this is, I think that, having a little pride in yourself, like, I don't think you're in danger of becoming egotistical. I really don't. I think you could work to have a lot of pride in yourself and you would never become egotistical. So I'm going to say, don't worry about it. Be proud. Be proud. Be proud. Be humble. Be proud and humble. Be proud. Don't be arrogant. Be proud and humble. There it is. Oh, and Melissa, thank you for this. As someone who travels internationally frequently, I agree completely with your sentiment. Life internationally is not necessarily better. Instead of escaping the U.S.'s issues, vote, please. Ayush, good to see you. Thanks for being here. I am wondering, what is the best move for Ad and me? Me moving to Virginia, or her moving to Atlanta, or both of us moving to Seattle, or something else? Thanks again for the reading. I am just so happy that things are working out here. Like, I just love this. I could not be more happy right now. You move to the moon. I don't care. I'm just happy that we've got something going on. But let's see. I will absolutely do the reading. Yes, I will. Okay. Okay, so you go to Virginia. She goes to Atlanta. You both go to Seattle. Now, I know she'd like to go to Seattle. I do know that. But honestly, for right now, for a first step, having her come to Atlanta might be the best way to start. Lumen, yay, it's your turn. I would like to ask how I can organize my practice and goals with my new studio manager, trying to get on the same page. How I can optimize, sorry, let me do this again, because I can read English, I can. I would like to ask how I can optimize my practice and goals with my new studio manager, trying to get on the same page. Yeah, well, good luck. And this time is really, really, really important to your goal here, because if you cannot get it specified and understood now, it's going to be even harder to do later. So the key is going to be really clear about your vision, and to do it in both broad strokes and also in the specificity of logistics. I'm going to give you an example. I have a friend who owns yoga studios. And she got really upset with her employees one day because she had just had a talk with them, asking them to have each other's backs. That's what she asked them to do. And then she was really upset because right after that talk, they left for the day and they left towels on the floor and just a total mess. And she was complaining to me, and I was like, well, I don't understand how you should have each other's backs translates into pick up the towels. So I tell you this story, Lumen, because I could see you falling for that same trap, where if you give this is the vision, and assume that people will know that you mean do these practical things to fulfill the vision, do not assume that. Give the practicality as well. Does that make sense? Vaishali, thanks so much for my reading. I hope everyone will love themselves and be proud of it without having any ego. That is very good advice for people who want to self-love. Yay, thank you. Thank you, thank you. And I think that's the key, right? Okay. DH, good to see you. Thanks for being a member. Thanks for being here. We appreciate you. What does the universe want me to know? All right. To do better self-care and be a little conservative financially. All right, Teresa, thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. Thanks for using members-only emojis. In what positive way will the Sun-Uranus conjunction manifest in my life? Happens every 14 years, and the next is on 4/20. 4/20, did you say? Ooh, that is just so interesting. All right. All right. So, in what positive way will this conjunction manifest in your life? In the same way that everything else is functioning to manifest in your life, it's going to help you with school and career, and it will help your kid as well. Or help you help your kid. Martha Vink, good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. Thanks for using members-only emojis. May I ask for guidance on how to move through the next few months before I take an extended time off? I'm so glad you're going to be taking your sabbatical. You've been talking about it for years. I'm so glad it's happening. I'm having trouble holding it together. Sometimes you're not alone. I promise you're not alone. So, how do you make it like this stretch from now till the time off starts? How do you make it? How do you do it? You recognize that you can do all this stuff. You could do it in your sleep. You've been doing it for so long. Don't get attached to it, really. The stuff you have to do between now and then, just go through the motions and do it well, but don't get attached to it. Just do it. And recognize that even when you're not trying, you still do a good job. The reason you have a hard time is you get really anxious about stuff. So don't let your anxiety win. There it is, Lumen. Yes, he's a very big thinker, and I appreciate it, but I also need some very monotonous and sometimes boring things done. And that big thinker will not think to do them. So, yeah, be specific. Ann Mealy, good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thank you for the super sticker. Really appreciate it. You had some breakthroughs this week. Can you tell me what the universe else wants me to know? It's all about love. It's all about loving yourself. It's all about loving others. It's all about the high vibration of unconditional love. That is where it begins. That is where it ends. That's what's in the sticky, smooth center. It's everywhere, and that's what it is. And when you're not seeing it, you're not on the path. And when you are seeing it, you are. How about that? Oh, interesting. Teresa, fascinating you say that because it happens in my 5th house, which includes your kids. So cool. Well, there you go. Just read the cards. There it is. DH, yes, indeed, I will do this. Another question, not about me. Is an escalation of the Iran-Israeli conflict imminent? Or will this situation calm down? How long will it take? Yeah, I am pretty sure, like, just my opinion, I truly believe that Iran funded Hamas. I truly believe it. All right, so is there going to be an escalation here? I don't think so. I think cooler heads will prevail. I think there'll continue to be drawn out suffering, but probably not the escalation we're all afraid of. And Mealy, incredible. I've known that. There you go. There it is. All right. There's N, there's DH. Up next, Justine M. So now we have 2 Justines here. Our member moderator, Justine, is not here, but Justine M., you're going to be meeting the other Justine before too long. So Justine M., thank you for becoming a member here. We really appreciate you. Any soulmate or twin flame for me anytime soon? So I am going to rephrase that question because I don't use that language. I think that's harmful language for readers to use. That's not to say like what I believe or don't believe or whatever, but I believe that when readers talk about soulmates and twin flames, they do harm. So I'm not saying that. What I'm going to say instead is a happy, workable, healthy relationship. How about that? Do I see such a thing for you soon? Well, you're a very nurturing person. You really like to help people, but I just feel like this aspect of life has been filled with anxiety and confusion and difficulty for you. There may be some real healing that you need to do from your past and from your childhood, past relationships and childhood, to open up to a healthier relationship and a healthier way of doing relationships. Do not rely on the universe to just send you someone. I think there's a lot of work you need to do here. Ultimately, I think you'll find what you're looking for. I really do. But don't be afraid to do the work and don't leave it up to chance. And again, thank you for joining us. We appreciate you. Okay, hang on just one second. Here we go. Vicky Shore, good to see you. May I know what's next in my career? Stress and same old, and probably not getting a promotion that you really deserve, and more stress. And I feel like, honestly, if you want something better, you're going to have to go find it. If you just wait for it to happen, it's probably just going to be same old and not good. So if you want to improve your career, you're going to have to look at what you can do to make that happen. And I think you can. Probably should. Hey, Kimmy's Divination Station. So good to see you, Kimmy. Glad you're here. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. I work a fair today. How will it go? Will I get more gigs because of this opportunity? I'll watch the playback. Okay, best of luck. So when you're watching this, it's already done, right? So definitely shoot me a text and let me know how it went. I'm excited for you. How will it go? This is going to be the quickest education you have ever had. It is going to be difficult. But in the end, I think it's going to go very well. I think you're going to learn a lot. I think you're going to do very well. I think it's going to be good. Will it cause you to get more gigs? Not immediately, but in the long run, yes. Yes. So just recognize you're figuring out how to make gigs like this work for you. And so be willing to experiment, be willing to figure it out. This is good. This is good. It's hard because what you're doing in the space that you're doing it is not easy. But I think you got it. I think it'll be good. Hey, David, good to see you. Thanks for being here. Will Bulgaria recognize my U.S. specialist diplomas? I don't think so. You may be able to talk to someone and get it special cased, but in general, I'm thinking maybe not. Good luck. JD Estrada, good to see you. You joined on time. Yes, you did. Will I make more money in my current job field? You won't make less money. I don't see loss. And I think it's possible to make more, but yes, it is possible to make more and you will be able to make more. Yes, it may take a little time, but yes. Oh, Topeka, thank you for this. Twin flame concept almost makes people believe they can justify their toxic relationships in the name of runners and chasers, I believe. Yep, 100% yes. Yes. All right, my good friends. From my perspective, I've gotten to every question. If I accidentally skipped you, I am so sorry. Please do reiterate your question. If you're here for the first time and you want to ask a question, you're going to have to subscribe in order to do that. And if you're here and you have not asked a question, it is last call for readings, y'all. I want you to notice that we have a lot of live streams scheduled. I will be back Monday morning at 9:30 with your 3-card weekly reading, and we also have some classes coming up, so I'm really looking forward to that. I want to thank all of you, to the members, the moderators, those of you helping out with super chats and super stickers. Thank you so much for everything you do to keep this channel going. I appreciate all of you so much. Have a fabulous weekend. Thank you. Take good care. Oh, that's not where I wanted to go. This is where I wanted to go.